So if you look at the market, let's look at Wix and Squarespace. Okay, those are basically consumerized website building tools geared at individuals, very, very small companies, and so forth. Great tools, right? They enable non-technical people to do production work, um, and um, the merits of these tools is that they're accessible and that they're useful and usable, and again, and that my mom can get on Wix and kind of put a website together. And actually she did a pretty good one recently. But that's what these tools are measured by. And by the way, they're not even measured by that, because by now, specifically these two companies, Wix and Squarespace, are mainly competing on customer acquisition. I don't think most users who end up using Wix or Squarespace actually evaluate both of them and compare them according to the merits of the editing experience. It's just they have been acquired when they saw an ad somewhere. And so, why does the world not necessarily need like a Jamstack site builder geared to that audience? Because that audience doesn't typically make their decision based on the values that the Jamstack brings to the table. It's a very different audience that would pick a website builder because it is built on the Jamstack. And that audience exists, and it's probably not, it's not tiny even, and it may even be interesting. And like we definitely at Stackbit get a lot of that audience. But I think that most of the benefits accrue to larger companies that have more complicated needs, and for whom the benefits of the Jamstack are much more material. And remember, they're more material to the technical people. And when do you have very technical people building websites? Typically at much larger companies, at large agencies, freelancers who are on the bleeding edge, and so forth and so forth. So if you're building products for the Jamstack, you probably want to ask yourself, what do these people need? Like, what are they missing? Because to go out there and just try to compete with Squarespace, but be Jamstack backed, it's like your messaging is going to go above the head of the typical person who uses that product. It's like, what's Jamstack? Like, who cares? Can I drag and drop? Can I click? Like, can I be able? Can I build this? Can I be like? Am I able to build a website without calling my daughter? That's how I'm gauging this. You know? Do I get that with Jamstack? Like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I'm probably going to use Wix or Squarespace. Um, and the website builder market is so big. You have niche players that are now in themselves very big, right? Like, I mean, look at Webflow. Webflow is, see, my interpretation is mainly geared at like empowering designers to build websites without having to rely on a developer, right? Like, talk about a niche market. But I mean, look, it's pretty big. And then you have all these designers who are coming in and they're excited. Suddenly they can build websites without developers. And so I think for the Jamstack, um, if you think about a Jamstack site builder, it's probably important for it to echo strong value propositions that are technical. Otherwise, it's competing on an unfair ground.